Rowan Hale's hand trembled as she carried her iced coffee across the bustling cafe, hoping today would finally be one of those days she could walk through public spaces without incident. The cup tipped, the lid popping off as cold coffee arced gracefully across a stranger's crisp white hoodie. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," she gasped, grabbing napkins, cheeks heating instantly. He raised a calm hand, smiling like the world hadn't just been drenched. "It's fine," he said. Honestly, that was impressive. Rowan froze, stunned. People didn't usually smile at her disasters. They usually scolded, glared, or laughed in that sharp, uncomfortable way. "I can pay dry cleaning whatever," she stammered, her voice breaking slightly under the weight of embarrassment. "Rowan," he said, calm and steady, as if saying her name could erase the awkwardness entirely. Her stomach flipped. "You know my name?" "I always have," he said, eyes soft but certain, scanning her face like he'd been searching for it all along. Rowan's pulse hammered in her ears. "I'm sorry. I'm really bad with faces." He chuckled, a low, warm sound that made the calf noise fade away. "You always said that. Middle school, science class, back table. You doodled stars in your notebook." Her heart skipped. "You remember that?" "I did," he said simply. "You made boring things interesting." Rowan laughed softly, a sound she hadn't realized she missed hearing herself make. Noah's smile widened, like he had been waiting for that laugh for years, storing it somewhere safe. "Can I buy you another coffee?" he asked, to replace the hoodie. Old Rowan would have said no. New Rowan, the version slowly learning to take risks, simply nodded. They found a table by the window. Rain streaked the glass in lazy diagonal lines, reflecting the amber lights inside. Conversation slipped effortlessly into shared memories and quiet comfort. He asked about her favorite books, the ones she kept secret on her nightstand, and remembered the way she twisted her hair when thinking, the soft pen nibs she chewed absent-mindedly. "You notice everything," she said softly, almost shyly, like it was a revelation. "I wanted to," he said simply, and she believed him. Each day they met at the cafe, forming small, comforting rituals: coffee at the same table, rainy walks, shared silences, inside jokes no one else understood. Rowan noticed how she laughed more. Her chest felt lighter, her steps less cautious. Being around him made the world feel safe in a way she hadn't known before. One afternoon, as rain blurred the streets outside, she overheard him whispering to the barista. "I liked her," he said softly, almost to himself. "A lot." Years ago. Her chest constricted. "Used to." The word cut sharper than she expected. She pulled back, shorter answers, averted her gaze. The warmth she had been feeling suddenly became fragile. Noah noticed immediately, his eyes soft but attentive. "Did I do something?" he asked gently. "No," she said quickly. "We're nothing." That night, she replayed every detail, every word, and realized that she had been thinking about him constantly, even when she told herself she hadn't. The next morning, Noah approached her at their usual table, careful not to crowd her space. "You doodled stars again," he said quietly, nodding toward her notebook. Rowan blinked. What?" "Your notebook," he said. "Same pattern, same corner. Back in middle school, remember?" Her heart ached in a familiar, sweet way. Those afternoons spent alone tracing constellations on blank pages, hoping someone might notice her. He had. "You remembered that?" she whispered, almost in disbelief. "I remembered everything," he said simply, eyes locking on hers. Silence stretched between them, comforting yet charged, the kind of quiet that made the rain outside feel like a private soundtrack. Their friendship deepened in small, unremarkable ways that weren't unremarkable at all: soft touches, umbrellas shared, quiet conversations in empty streets, hens brushing in passing. Noah listened, always, not just to her words but to the spaces between them, to the way she paused, to the way her eyes flickered when she remembered something painful or joyful. Rowan realized she was opening herself more than she had in years. Laughter came freely now, breath came easier, and somehow she felt seen. One evening, she tripped over her own feet on the wet sidewalk, and he caught her elbow instinctively. "I've got you," he said softly, steady as a lighthouse in a storm. Heat bloomed in her chest, a mix of embarrassment and something sweetly unexpected. Days became weeks, rituals deepened. Coffee shop mornings, rainy walks, quiet laughter, shared memories, glances that lasted a beat too long. And then came the misunderstanding. She overheard him talking with a friend. "She's perfect," someone teased. "Temporary," he replied. Rowan's chest twisted. She pulled back instinctively, convinced she had misread everything, convinced her heart had no place here. "Rowan," he said gently, reaching for her hand. "It's fine," she whispered. "We're just nothing." That night, lying awake, she realized she had wanted more than she had ever allowed herself to admit. The next day, Noah found her, quiet and careful as ever. "I didn't stop liking you. I just didn't know if you'd ever choose me." Her breath caught in her throat. "I didn't think anyone noticed me back then," she whispered, heart exposed. "I did, every day," he said, voice soft, steady, anchoring her. Rain tapped against the pavement, soft percussion wrapping the street in intimacy. He extended his hand, not demanding, just offering. She hesitated, then slid her fingers into his. The fit was natural, like returning home after years lost, a sense of completeness she hadn't known she'd been missing. "I'm glad you stayed," she murmured. "I always hoped you'd come back," he said, barely above a whisper. Their fingers intertwined as they walked, puddles reflecting their shapes, the world shrinking until it was only them. No grand gestures, no audience, just a simple, profound act of choosing each other. Rowan felt seen, really seen. He remembered every little detail about her, the doodled stars, the pen habits, the quiet dreams, and still chose her. "You never forgot," she said softly. "Never," he replied. Rain slowed, leaving the streets glistening like a story made just for them. He tucked a damp strand of hair behind her ear. "I hope this isn't too soon," he whispered. "It's perfect," she said, heart skipping wildly. They shared a soft glance, smiles full of unspoken promises, hands still intertwined, the world around them irrelevant. In that quiet moment, Rowan understood, being truly seen is the most magical thing of all.